Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals is in the books. The Milwaukee Bucks taking the 2-1 lead over the Atlanta Hawks. This one was going down in ATL as well, so it's a road win for the Bucks, led by 38 points off the hand of Khris Middleton. He had 11 boards, 7 helpers to go along with it. Giannis doing what he does, 33 points, 11 boards in the winning effort. Trae Young, once again, spectacular, but was hampered by a bit of an injury in the second half. Still got 35 points, although in a losing effort. Joining us now with more, CBS Sports NBA analyst and former Coach of the Year, Avery Johnson. Coach, welcome aboard. Another exciting one down in Atlanta. This one goes the way of the Bucks. Milwaukee led by 38 points off the hand of Khris Middleton. We know what Giannis is going to bring to the table night in and night out, but it really seems like this Bucks team's success is reliant on that secondary score. In Game 3, that was Middleton. Coach, is he really the key that unlocks the next level for this team?
He's definitely the key, and especially when he operates in a Batman role. When Middleton plays like he's the best player on the team instead of playing the Robin or the second fiddle to Giannis, they're a much better team. They're so much more dangerous. Look at all of his shot-making ability, especially in the third and fourth quarter. Step-back three-point shots, transition threes, creating his shot at the end of the shot clock. So Khris Middleton is definitely the key. But another key to this game is also Portis. Portis came off the bench with 15 points. He was, I believe in a plus-minus stat. Brook Lopez was a minus, 15 or 17. Portis was a plus 17. So to go along with Middleton's prowess in the way he plays, especially on both ends of the floor. He's a two-way player. He's a guy that's going to be on our national team this summer. When he's Batman, they're a much better team. But when they're getting contributions from guys like Portis off the bench with those 15 points, his physicality, to go along with all of Giannis's exploits, they're a very dangerous basketball team.
All right, so it's Giannis as Robin, or maybe Scotty, however you want to look at it, however you want to add it up. It's a W here in Game 3. You touched upon it a little bit there, but it's really been a two-man show for Milwaukee. 71 combined points between Giannis and Middleton. Yeah, Portis pitches in, but is there any concern about the top heaviness of this Bucks offense moving forward and not the guarantee that a guy like Portis is going to come up with that third fiddle?
Well, if it's not Portis, then it's going to be Drew Holiday. And if it's not Drew Holiday, then Brook Lopez. He's a much improved three-point shooter. Unlike when I coached him back in 2010, 11, and 12, he was more of a post-up player. But he's been able to spread his game out because Giannis is such a driver and a slasher to the basket. So they have a couple of different guys that can take on that role behind Middleton and Giannis. But I just think the key is their defense. They've made a decision that they're going to be very physical with Trae Young. They're going to cut off his assist lanes. They're trying to primarily make Trae Young a scorer because the rest of those guys can't really create their own shot, especially Bogdanovic. When he goes, 2 for 16 or whatever from the field, he really struggled tonight and took a lot of bad shots. So give Milwaukee credit for finding that Robin and Batman and play to their strengths, but also having their bench step up, but playing that hard, tough-nosed defense that really stymied the Atlanta Hawks offense tonight.
Well, they move one step closer to that coveted trip to the NBA Finals. History tells us that when a series is tied 1-1 in the NBA playoff, the team that goes on to win Game 3 ultimately claims that series 73% of the time, so a welcome stat there for Bucks fans. Coach, do you believe that this Hawks team and the way they're constructed right now, yeah, there's some flaws, but they can score the basketball. Do you think they have it in them to defy those types of odds?
Well, it's going to be tough. I picked on CBS Sports HQ on yesterday. I picked the Bucks to win this game, in a close one. And sure, they got away at the end. But a lot of times in Game 3, the road team is the team that has the upper hand, believe it or not, because there's so much pressure, especially when it's tied 1-1 on the home team, and especially an inexperienced team like the Hawks, who hasn't been in the Eastern Conference Finals in forever. So, I expected the Bucks to win this game tonight. Now, coming back in Game 4, probably lean a little bit more towards the Atlanta Hawks, but, with Atlanta, who's going to step up besides Trae Young? Gallinari tried. He had some moments tonight. I'm still waiting on Lou Williams. Not the chicken wing eating Lou Williams at the club in Atlanta doing the bubble last year. But the 6-man Lou Williams that's capable of scoring 25-plus points, I think Trae Young needs that type of help from the Atlanta Hawks and Lou Williams if they're going to have an opportunity to not only win Game 4, but potentially to win this series.
All right, so Coach is looking for a 20-piece out of Lemon Pepper Lou. I will point out that the Hawks did drop Game 2 and Game 3 to Philly before rallying their way out of that series. What's got to be the point of emphasis for Nate McMillan from a coach's perspective over the next 24 hours?
Well, they got to do a better job of defending the paint. Milwaukee still is struggling a little bit from behind the three-point line, but you got to shut off those driving lanes to the paint, whether it's Drew Holiday, Middleton, and especially Giannis. Brook Lopez is not as much of a factor in the paint. So your pick and roll defense, your transition defense, your post defense, I think they got to make a little bit of a decision to mix up their defenses, because Milwaukee is doing an unbelievable job of manipulating that one-on-one post defense that the Atlanta Hawks are implemented in this series. So give Nate McMillan credit. He's done a magnificent job this year. He would have been in the running for Coach of the Year had he been coaching the Atlanta Hawks all year. So give him an opportunity to go back to the drawing board, make some adjustments to try to see how they can limit the Milwaukee Bucks points in the paint, because they dominated the points in the paint in Game 2 and again in Game 3.
Game 4 on tap coming Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern, 10, and gives them the Game 3 win. They take the series lead 2-1. Middleton outscoring the Hawks 20-17 in the fourth quarter. Middleton's 20 points, big time. 38 points in total, 20 of those, as we said, coming in the fourth. Ties a playoff career high with 38 points after combining in Games 1 and 2 for just 30. So Middleton doing what he does well. Giannis pitching in his requisite 33 points and 11 boards. The Bucks, they've now won back-to-back games after dropping Game 1 of the series. So for the Hawks, it's a repeat of exactly what happened Games 1 through 3 of last series against Philly. Won Game 1 by a slim margin on the road, blowout in Game 2, and a loss in Game 3 at home. They're hoping they can flip the script once again. By the numbers, the Bucks cover the 4.5. This one comes in under the 224. All right, so here's a look at how things changed with the absence of Trae Young. It was just for a little chunk there from late third to early fourth, but Hawks were up by 3 points going into that stretch following the injury. Milwaukee taking full advantage, a 14-point advantage at that, shooting it even better from the field, seizing the moment, led by 38 points off the hand of Khris Middleton.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.